The first time you faced UCF down in Orlando, their leading scorer, Sykes, was held to 5 points. What's the key to defending him?
Him getting hurt.
That helps.
He got hurt and missed about 15 minutes the second half. But he's terrific. He's as good a player as we have in our conference. You got to keep him out of transition, because he can get a rebound and go to the length of the court and find ways to finish and find people. He's a pretty special player.
Does he remind you of anyone in terms of just his style or what he does effectively?
Maybe a little like Andre Iguodala. He's got long, he's athletic. He doesn't look to shoot, from the outside very much. He's more interested in getting to the basket and getting a free throw line. But him and Spurlock are terrific.
Coach, talk about what it's like playing at home this week. First time as a top 25 team being able to do that. Talk about what you expect the atmosphere to be like and kind of how big of a boost the crowd has given you guys this season.
Well, we don't win a lot of the games we've been able to win without the crowd and the atmosphere in the building. So that's been huge. To have our students involved, it's probably been the most fun.
You've talked since you've been here about the steps involved in the learning process as this team grows and matures. The first time you were ranked, you had the road trip to Rutgers and Temple. What did you as a team learn from that trip that you can apply to UCF in the last couple of games going forward?
I'm not worried about going forward or any other game. We just came off of a great win at UConn, and we won because we defended and played hard, took great shots. So, I think we've talked about that from day one. If you do those things, you maximize your chances to be successful. If you don't, you have a long trip back. So, we got to do that. Central Florida had a great win last night. They came from way down, and they're fighting for position like we are. So, we're going to have to play the right way.
How do you want your team to be recognized by the entire NCAA?
I'm not worried about that, to be honest with you. I just want us to, do things that give us a chance to win and get better every day. Respect the game, and respect people we play. We're trying to finish strong, and our first step is Saturday.
And Coach, with Nick Moore, if you were to compare preseason Nick Moore to where he is now, where have you seen the most growth in him?
Well, he's gotten better in every area. It's been hard for him. He played for Tim, and now he has to hear me. And every time he hears me, he looks over at Tim, kind of thinks, what's the devil saying? But he's made progress. He's running our team better. He's taking better shots, defending better. Still got a ways to go, to be the kind of point guard that, I expect him to be, but it's not because he's not trying.
How does the Moody home court advantage stack up to other fours that you guys have played on this season, UConn, other places you guys have been? How does being at Moody stack up to those places?
Well, generally, home courts are the most difficult when they have the best players. I figured that out a long time ago. But the atmosphere here is as good as any. Connecticut was great, Louisville was great. Cincinnati was really good, but that was early on, and I don't think the people of Cincinnati had much respect for SMU. But this building and the way our team's been received and the support we have, I don't know if anyone's any better. Some might be bigger, but I don't know if any's any more enthusiastic.
After a couple of the big wins earlier this year, Cincinnati, Memphis, you said the next step is that your team had to win against a ranked team on the road. Now that you got that last week in Connecticut, was it good to have a full week off to sort of let that sink in and you and your staff could address that with your team, how to handle that?
I don't know. Just gave me 2 days to recruit. They made me give the team 2 days off, which I'm not comfortable with, but I think it was the right thing to do. But we'll find out. We had a great practice yesterday, and before I left, we said, if we're going to take 2 days off, we're going to take care of our academic responsibilities because, obviously there's a lot of basketball ahead of us. And then I said we'd have to come back Wednesday with a lot of energy and focus, and I thought the group was great in that regard, but we'll see what happens today.
What is your goal? Basketball team's overall success?
Pardon me?
What is your goal for the basketball team's overall success?
I mean, we just want to get better. We're want to get better every day. We practice, and when we compete at a high level. And, I guess we want to make the fans proud of the way we play.